Well, I've been excited about this backpacking trip up in Yosemite for a long time now. Over the next 3 days, my dad and I will hike over 28 miles and climb nearly 4,000 vertical feet. It's about to get pretty loud and windy, so I'll check back in a few minutes. Just after 6 p.m. My dad convinced me to leave a night early, so here we are on the trail in the shade. We have anywhere from 4 to 5 miles till we find our campsite for the night. We'll see if we can make it there before dark. But yeah, like I said, I've been looking forward to this trip for a long time. I've been testing some gear on some previous trips, all in preparation for this one. Right now my pack weight is about 35 pounds, and that has 3 days worth of food, full water bottles, and everything else that I'll need for the trip. I'm really happy with that pack weight though, and if you'd like to see the gear that I bring, I'm going to go over everything in my pack at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Well, this starts all the uphill. We've got a lot of elevation to go, so I'm probably not going to talk a lot. But there'll be some cool stuff to see. It's 7 o'clock now, so we've been hiking for about an hour. Making some really good progress. That was a California newt. That was pretty cool. Got to see a little bit of wildlife other than all these mosquitoes. Bugs were getting kind of bad back there, so I put a long sleeve on. We're about to lose sight of the reservoir. Won't see it again till the last day of the trip. First stretch of downhill.
I'll take that, man.
Another newt. Oh, those might have been some quick clips right there, but that was a good hour and a half of climbing, and we gained some pretty good elevation right there too. All right, we think we see a campsite down here, and we've got a few miles under our belts already. We can hear some water, and I can see some flat sites. It'd be nice to set up camp before it gets too dark. Okay, well, this campsite looks really good. We're gonna end up staying here tonight. I think I'm gonna set my tent up right here. Okay, well, my campsite's all set up. Got a pretty dang good view. Now it's time to start cooking some dinner. All right, I'm on water duty, so I'm gonna find my way down to this little creek that we can hear. Water's all done and the fire's going nice.
Great.
Well, tonight on the menu, a little bit of ramen and some smoked pork. And shout out to Frankie for giving me the smoked pork right before I left on my trip, so appreciate it. Well, it's about 10 o'clock and we're already in bed. It was about 5 miles today. Not too bad, but that was significant elevation climb. Well, I'm gonna get some rest, and unless something exciting happens overnight, I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's about 8 o'clock and the sun came up a few minutes ago. And today's the official day one of the trip. We have quite a bit of miles to cover today, but most of our elevation was gained yesterday, so today shouldn't be too strenuous. I think we'll get some breakfast going, pack up camp, and get on the move. Not a bad view to wake up to, though. Okay, we're pretty much all packed up here, so we're gonna be heading out here in just a minute. Okay, farewell to our campsite down there. Back on the trail now. The trail takes us right next to this little pond. I don't think it even has a name. I checked the map. Didn't come up. The first glimpse of snow.
Yeah.
I think we'll be seeing a lot more of that later on. It opened up out here quite a lot. This guy's been hitching a ride for like 10 minutes now. It's only another 3 miles till Vernon Lake, so kind of a short day today, thanks to us getting a chunk of it done yesterday. More time at the lake is always nice. Look at them all. Huh. Big downhill stretch was really nice. It's still going. I'm just climbing up to a quick vantage point. It's about to open up right up here. Well, we've been hiking about 2.5 hours, and we have about another mile till Vernon Lake. Oops. There's the first glimpse of Vernon Lake right there. Okay, Vernon Lake should be right up here. We set our packs down at a potential campsite down there, but check it out. This is Vernon Lake. Okay, there's a campsite right over there that we decided on. It's a little bit more shady. It's got less dead trees hanging over top of it than this one does. This looks like a great spot, so I'm gonna set up my tent. I'm gonna fill some water up and then we're gonna go hike around a little bit. This might be my favorite water filling spot. Water's done. Time to go hike. Back on the main trail now. We're just hiking a little ways further to check out a campsite symbol that was on the map, and there should be a little snow survey shelter a little bit further past that. We might check that out too. First snake sighting back there, that little garter snake. Let's hope that's all we see is garter snakes. Not any rattlesnakes. This is the snow survey cabin, way at the end of Vernon Lake. All right, that was a cool little survival shelter. We're on our way back to camp right now. Checked out that cabin and explored a little bit. Really cool area up here. Saw a bear run off in here. We're going right towards it.
Did he run away?
Yeah, he ran through there. Ooh, there he is right there.
Oh, yeah.
He's not that small. Well, just let him do his thing. Okay, we just made it back to camp. We probably just hiked an additional 3 miles exploring the area. Built up some more sweat though, and I'm pretty dusty and grimy, so I think I might jump in here. I'm not planning on spending a whole lot of time in the water. I just need to rinse off a bit. Oh man, that is cold. All right, well, that was some of the coldest water I've jumped in, I think. Makes sense, because there's a lot of snow up there and it's feeding right into the lake. But I feel like $1,000,000 now. Time to go warm up in the sun and get some warm clothes on. The wind's dying down at the lake. It's getting a lot more smooth, so I'm gonna try my luck fishing. Well, I'm really not too worried about catching anything this time. I'm just happy to be way up here. I had no idea Vernon Lake was going to be this nice. This is awesome. But I'm going to give this fishing an honest try while the sun's out. So I think I'm going to move spots. So that way over there, that's Rush Creek coming in. That just looks epic coming down the mountain like that. We've been seeing a bunch of wildlife though this trip. I keep seeing California newts swimming in the water a little bit deeper down. I just need a fish to swim by. Well, the sun's just about to go over the hill there. So I'm gonna try a couple more casts and probably wrap it up here. All right, we gave it a good attempt. I'm gonna get this pole packed up and head on back to camp. Really been working on my balance. Whew. Well, I think it's dinner time, so I think I'm gonna get that started here. On the menu tonight, it's a peak meal again, homestyle chicken and rice. I don't think I've tried this one. Well, we set up camp over here. It's the perfect campsite. And then back at that original site that we were gonna choose, we set up our fire. So we're gonna eat over here. There's butter. Yeah, this one's very good. How's that one?
This one's pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
Homestyle chicken and rice might be my new favorite. But I'd say today was a pretty successful day. We got a good amount of hiking in, picked a great campsite before anybody else got here, and we got to explore quite a bit of the lake. So, but we're about to lose daylight here pretty soon. I think I'll check back later when I'm in the tent. Well, it's about 9:15 and I'm already in bed again. I'm so glad I jumped in that water. I feel refreshed and I feel pretty good right now, so I should sleep really well. But we have another long day tomorrow with a lot of elevation to go, so I'll see you in the morning. Well, the sun's just starting to hit my tent, so I'm awake now. Not a real big rush this morning. For breakfast skillet, another peak meal. This little guy's not shy. But he's not trying to mess with us and we're not trying to mess with him, so.
That's right.
I'm gonna fill up all the water real quick and then we'll get out of here. That bear's still right over there somewhere, so hopefully he doesn't sneak up on me while I'm getting water. Back to my favorite water filtering spot I've ever had. I had to use this spot one more time. He did try to sneak up on me, that little scallywag. This one's curious. He's pretty used to humans. Get out of here. He must be pretty hungry. It's surprising because there's a lot of food out for them right now. That's just a little baby bear though. I think I could take him. Well, this was about as exciting as filling water gets with that bear right behind me. I love this spot. Said it from the beginning. And even right now I can see 2 California newts. Pretty epic spot on an awesome lake. Okay, and just like that, we're all packed up, ready to go.
Yeah. The bear got nothing.
Not this time. That was a good campsite. I'm carrying my shoes right now because we're gonna have to cross the inlet that comes out of this lake here in about 10 minutes. And we're expecting waist-high water. So that should be pretty interesting. This gentleman we just saw on the trail is testing out this crossing for us. As you can see, he's not quite waist high in the water, but we just need to get over that bridge without going down this slab. Because you go down this water slide, you're gonna end up in there. That is a crazy amount of water coming out of this lake. So yeah, we're gonna take the easy route and go across right over there. We'll make our way to that bridge. We should be just fine. This will be chilly, but not a big deal. Don't want to go down that slip and slide. As fun as it looks. All right, well that wasn't quite waist high water. That was still pretty exciting. I've been hiking this whole time in these Brooks. They're trail running shoes. These things are fantastic. I really like them so far. Comfortable, they feel stable, they have great padding, and they're light. So really happy with them so far. Okay, now we're getting ready to climb another 1,000 vertical feet. I gotta get my mind right for that, and my body. I'm a little sore today. That's our campsite right down there. Quite the view from up here. Going through some of those patches of snow adds some difficulty to the uphill.
There you go.
I'm not moving that one. Okay, we're starting to hit some flat ground again. The majority of the climb is done for sure. Really nice looking meadow down there.
Yeah, big one. Pretty big.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're out of the snow for a while. This would be tough to climb up.
Oh yeah. Especially when it's hot.
It's all sandy and it's pretty steep. First sign of Hetch Hetchy again. You can see it way down there. Our plan is to make it to Rancheria Falls tonight and set up camp there. But if there's one thing about these backpacking trips, you kind of just got to go with the flow. You can have a plan set in place, but there's always changing variables. Yeah, we just passed about 5 people and they got to go up that tough section right now. I feel bad for them. A good shot of Tiltill Valley. Slowly but surely, it's getting closer. We've been going down this hill for about an hour and 45 minutes. I feel sorry for all the people that we passed on the way up.
Tiltill Valley.
Okay, so this is Tiltill Valley, and these are a couple of great campsites, but we're just gonna hang out for maybe an hour or two. Another awesome campsite that looks over the valley. Wow, yeah, I wouldn't mind camping here someday. Really nice spot. Okay, well, it looks like there's a few good pools, so I'm gonna try my luck fishing again. Well, I didn't catch anything, so I'm going swimming. That felt great after hiking a few miles in that silty sand. I was covered in dirt. And that water was much warmer than Vernon Lake, that's for sure. But I'll air dry for a bit while my dad tries to catch a fish, and I'll just enjoy the view. Okay, unfortunately we have to leave Tiltill Valley now. This place is really special. We have 3 miles to go until we want to camp at Rancheria Falls. Gotta get our shoes wet. Walking through the middle of Tiltill Valley. Pretty epic. Rancheria should be somewhere down there. That's where we're trying to get to. We're walking by Rancheria Falls right now. We're gonna look for a campsite down below the falls and see what we can find. Maybe even something that overlooks Hetch Hetchy too, because Hetch Hetchy's just right down here as well. All right, well, that's Rancheria Falls. That's pretty awesome. Man, that's a killer view. You can see way back there. I wonder how far away the dam is around the corner. The hunt for a campsite continues. Well, we ended up hiking a little bit past Rancheria Falls, but we found a pretty nice spot with a good view. But we probably hiked 10 miles today. That was a heck of a day. We went from Vernon Lake to just below Rancheria Falls. Well, we're pretty tired, so we're gonna set up camp and probably start cooking some dinner. Okay, camp's all set up and our meals are heating up right now. On the menu tonight, pad thai and peach cobbler. Really similar to one of my recent trips. And tomorrow's gonna be a little bit of a shorter day. Just over 6 miles to go up that canyon. And we'll get back to O'Shaughnessy Dam. And that will conclude our 28-mile backpacking trip. Okay, it's the morning of day 3. The sun's just peeking over the hill behind me. And we're already getting a move on packing up camp. We're gonna try to get on the trail pretty quick here today. Okay, we're all packed up here. Time to get moving. The pack is super light right now. It feels awesome. I have very little food in it and 0 water, which I'm about to fill up down here. But also the legs are in shape now and everything feels strong after hiking for 3 days. So this 6-mile stretch today shouldn't be bad at all. All right, back on the main trail. One more California newt. I love seeing those newts. Once we make it to Palma Falls, we'll only have 3 miles left.
Oh yeah.
And there's the dam way off in the distance. That's a pretty awesome view.
Yeah.
This side is super steep. So we're about to get drenched. Okay, we're gonna get soaked. That's chilly water. This looks pretty sketchy, but we'll be all right. Woo! I think my feet are about to get wet again. Came from way over there. Starting to see a ton of people. Means we're getting close. Okay, we're back at the trail junction. We went up right there, all the way up there. That's where all that uphill began. I am glad we broke that up into 2 days though. That was a good call. Well, just about a mile or so till we make it to the dam. And back to the car. Quick shower before we get back to civilization. All right, back on the dam. And then back this way. There's the 2 falls we passed. And you can't even see back there where we came from. That's where we hiked up. Switchbacks through there. Okay, we did it.
Yay! Awesome.
We're gonna hang out here for a little bit, unwind, then we'll go grab a burger, drive home, and I'll go over that pack list. All right, it's the next day, but I am glad to be home with my family. Overall, I had a really fantastic experience, and I'm really glad my dad volunteered to go. It was great having him there, and we had a really good time. But with that being said, let's jump straight into the gear. Okay, this is all the gear that I carried around for 28 miles. My pack weight was about 35 pounds. That included food and water. For a 3-day trip, this was the lightest pack I've ever packed, which I was very happy with. Starting here, I have my backpack. It's a Hyperlight Southwest 70. To the right here, we have my tent. We have my double wide sleeping pad right here, along with my sleeping bag. This is my pump water filter that I'm sure you've seen in many clips by this point. This is my survival bag, which I'll go into here in a minute. The fishing gear right here. This is all my fishing gear. Weighs less than 2 pounds. My cooking setup here. 2 fuel canisters in case one goes empty. And the jet boil for boiling water for those add water dehydrated meals. 2 smart water bottles seem to be plenty for this trip, along with this tube that connects to the water bottle. Allows me to drink while on the trail. And also the bear canister with a little bit of extra food from the trip. All of my filming is done on GoPro currently. I have the head strap that I believe I used once. This is my tripod / selfie stick. Charging brick, cords, Enduro battery charger for the GoPro. And I bring 5 Enduro batteries along with one of Ava's socks. I put the charged batteries in Ava's sock so I can distinguish which are charged and uncharged. And finally a little case for all the electronics. I also take this Rubik's Cube. Alright, I'm joking, but it would give me something to do during downtime at camp. Might bring it next time. So that's it for the main bulk of the gear. Getting into the survival pouch though. Device that I really like having is this Garmin InReach Mini 2. Allows me to check in with my wife every evening when I get to camp, no matter if there's cell service or not. It's a satellite device. Lip balm, pocket knife, camp pillow, titanium spork, first aid kit with a little bit of ibuprofen, some bandages, and some Leuco tape. Don't have to use it often, but you're glad to have it when you need it. Matches, sunscreen, headlamp, toothbrush, toothpaste. Believe it or not, I do brush my teeth out there. Like I said, I have a 2-person inflatable sleeping pad. So I have this tiny Flextail Zero pump. Extra batteries and a small pouch kit. And last but not least, a mosquito head net. And like I said, if you have questions on anything that I just went over, any of the gear, feel free to leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, I have a playlist with a bunch of overnight outdoor trips, so feel free to check those out. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.